Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So, I welcome you all to our day 13 of 21 days Śrīmad Bhāgavatam reading challenge. And the speaker for today is Her Grace Sri Narayani Mataji. And Mataji has kindly joined our session. So, before we begin, I would like to give you a quick introduction about Mataji. So, Mataji is a very respected teacher of Vedic scriptures and devotional philosophy. For many years, Mataji has been engaged in teaching courses and guiding devotees in their systematic study of sacred literature. Mataji also has been associated with educational programs such as Vrindavan Institute for Higher Education, which we know as VIHE, and she has contributed to the development of the Vaishnava training and education curriculum. Mataji, through her teachings, she emphasizes how spiritual principles can be applied in family life, which helps couple cultivate mutual respect, understanding, and devotion, and lead a service-centered life. So we welcome you, Mataji, to this class today, and we are very grateful that you have kindly taken up this service, and we get to hear from your lotus mouth, Mataji. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Mataji,
Krishna.
over to you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you all devotees that you are all here, and I'm very glad that I'm with you. So in today's session, today I will be covering uh, one verse from 9th chapter. It's 9.3.10. This verse is a very, very beautiful verse, and especially for ladies. But it's not that it's only for ladies. It's for everybody who is in Grihastha life. And the same principle applies to even that we are learning here. Applies to all disciples of the Guru also. You know, if you are a disciple of a spiritual master, then also the principle here applies. So we are doing a very beautiful verse here. Let's read 9.3.10. Yes. Sukanya chaivan prapya pratim param kopinam pranayamasa chittagya apramattanuvartibhi. Once more. Sukanya chaivanam prapya patim parapakopanam pranayamasa chittagya apramattanuvartibhi. Sukanya, the girl named Sukanya, the daughter of King Saryati, Chevanam is a great sage, Chevan Muni, Prapya, after obtaining Patim as a husband, Parma Kopanam, who was always very angry. Pranayam Asa, she satisfied him. Chitta Jnana, understanding mind of her husband. Aparmata, by executing service without being bewildered. I'm reading translation. Chevan Muni was very irritable, but since Sukanya has gotten him as her husband, she dealt with him carefully, according to his mood, knowing his mind, she performed services to him without being bewildered. Purport. This is an indication of the relationship between husband and wife. A great personality like Chavan Muni has a temperament of always wanting to be in a superior position. Such a person cannot submit to anyone. Therefore, Chavan Muni had an irritable temperament. His wife Sukanya could understand his attitude, and under the circumstance, she treated him accordingly. If any wife wants to be happy with her husband, she must try to understand her husband's temperament and please him. This is the victory for a woman. Even in the dealing of Lord Krishna with his queens, it has been seen that although the queens were the daughter of great kings, they placed themselves before Lord Krishna as his maid servants. However, great a woman may be, she must place herself before her husband in this way. That is to say, she must be ready to carry out her husband's order and please him in that circumstances. Then her life will be successful. When the wife becomes as irritable as the husband, their life at home is sure to be disturbed and ultimately completely broken. In the modern life, the wife is never submissive, and therefore, home life is broken even by slight incidents. Either the wife or the husband may take advantage of the divorce laws. According to Vedic law, however, there is no such thing as divorce laws, and a woman must be trained to be submissive to the will of her husband. Westerners contend that this is a slave mentality for the wife, but factually it is not. It is a tactic by which a woman can conquer the heart of her husband. However, however, irritable or cruel he may be, in this case, we clearly see that although Charan Muni was not young, but indeed old enough to be Sukanya's grandfather, and was very irritable, Sukanya, the beautiful young daughter of a king, submitted herself to her old husband and tried to please him in all respect. Thus, she was a faithful and a chaste wife. Let's pay our obeisances to Srimad Bhagavatam. Narayanam namaskrityam naram chaiva devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiriye nashtakayeshu abhadreshu sevaya bhagavati uttam shloke bhakti nashtaki. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pisthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Charini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Panishyata Devishtarini. So this verse of ninth canto is a very, very important verse, and especially in these days' life, when you find that this is the age where we always talk about women empowerment. This is the age where we always talk about, that there are so many divorces, especially in India. The divorces are like they are increasing day by day. It's like increasing in cities like Delhi or Mumbai. This figure is so much that out of every 10 marriages that is happening in these days, almost 3 or 4 are facing divorces. Not problem, almost all are having problem. And this problem is basically because of the untrained devotees. So not only devotees, even people like untrained girls. So this verse that is we are talking here, and Srila Prabhupada has given us such a purport that makes so much of sense. This verse, actually, I'll just take out the background of this verse first. Actually, there was Charan Muni who was doing meditation, who was doing austerity in an earthworm hole. And so this daughter of a beautiful king, Sukanya, was just roaming in the garden, and she saw that from an earthworm hole, some light was coming. So there was 2 twinkling lights from that earthworm hole. And what she did, she just took a thorn and she pierced in that hole just to see, like, what's it? What's it? And obviously, a young girl is very enthusiastic. But suddenly, when she pierced the thorn in that hole, the blood started coming out. And as soon as this was done, King Shariati, the entire kingdom, all the army men and king also, their stood and their urine, and everybody was so much tense, and they could see that something bad happened. Some wrong has been done by us. What was it wrong? And when Sukanya saw that this all happened, so she went to her father. She was very truthful, and she said that, "Oh, father, I don't know what happened, but there was a hole, there was an earthworm hole where I just pierced a thorn. And suddenly the blood started coming out. And so the king could understand what happened. So actually, Chevan Muni was meditating there and she pierced a thorn in his eyes and he basically went blind. He was a very old saint, he was a very old sage. And in all this, she was like, the king understood that now something is wrong is going to happen. So the king was intelligent and he admitted to the Chevan Muni and said that, please forgive us, and I'm offering my daughter in your service to forgive the entire kingdom. So Chevan Muni considered his appeal and he accepted Sukanya as his wife. The temperament of Chevan Muni was very irritable. He was like angry at any moment. But with the service of Sukanya, he suddenly started becoming in favor. Because a small young girl, didn't care about her youthfulness. She didn't care about her beauty, and she served. And then Chavan was so happy that when Ashwani Kumaras came, then and asked for some benediction. So he asked that I may be youthful. I became a young man. So why did he wanted to become a young man? It's not because his senses was not in control. It was just because he wanted to satisfy his wife, because his wife served him a lot. Now let's see this verse in different aspects. Let's see from the Chavan aspect. He was an old blind man who was physically very.
Hare Krishna Mataji, sorry to disturb you in between. Actually, the voice is not very clear, Mataji. I think it's because of your earphones. I think if you'll remove them, then we can hear better.
Is it okay now?
Yes, Mataji, it is very nice now. So sorry, Mataji, to disturb you in between.
Thanks for telling me, because I would have continued like this only. Thank you. So, from the material perspective, it may be very unfavorable. But Sukanya did not complain. She did not rebelled. She did not compared. Indeed, she rendered service very faithfully, very sincerely. And what was the result? The result was that even Ashwani Kumaras was astonished by her service. So, we could understand the core teaching of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada emphasized many times that real relationships are not based on exploitations, but they are based on service. Sukanya did not try to control Chevan Muni. Neither Chevan Muni tried to control her, but she served him. Srila Prabhupada also gives a very strong practical instruction. He says that a wife must understand the psychology of the husband. And the service that anybody can do should not be mechanical. It's not that, okay, I'm doing service, but from like heart, you're always, bubbling and you're always angry because I have to do this service. What is this? Nobody is, nobody is acknowledging, nobody is doing this. You're not doing this, you're not doing this. Maybe from in her heart, she may be doing this, but on the upper level, she is doing all services here and there, you know. So the service should not be mechanical. It should be with intelligence, it should be with consciousness, and it should be attentive. So the importance is given to that attentive service. And this is here called as Chitta Jnana. Chitta Jnana means basically understanding the heart of husband. So, like this service, this role is given to a woman because only a woman is being empowered by Krishna to use her intelligence along with her conscious, attentive service attitude. This both thing can be merged by a woman very carefully in the service of entire family. So this reflects a deep Vedic truth. Love is not a demand. Love is just a service. So sometimes people think, okay, you love me, so bring me this, bring me that. If you love me, then do this, do that. Rather, love is service. And this is how we also gain Krishna consciousness by the service to Supreme Lord. So, the same principle applies to Krishna consciousness, and same principle applies everywhere, even to a wife, even to a husband. So the rule is that service brings love. If you do service with full attention, if you want to love your Guru Maharaj, you have to serve him with full attentive mood. If you want to love your family, you have to serve them. If a wife want to love her family, her husband, then she has to love, not demand. The demands will automatically be fulfilled. Why? Because Krishna see your service. Maybe you may say that no matter we may serve anybody, I'm serving this and that for so many years, but there is no reply. Still they are not acknowledging, but Krishna acknowledges. And this is the most important thing, that Krishna acknowledges all service. So, because of Sukanya's service, Javan Muni regained youth. Their relationship became so harmonious that even demigods intervened favorably. This shows that if one have a service attitude, then Krishna arrange everything. If you do not have service attitude, Krishna won't arrange. He'll keep on saying, oh, what type of attitude do you have? So you may not be able to appreciate, your husband may not be able to appreciate, your Guru may not see your work, but Krishna arrange. Actually, Guru see, right? Guru see everything. But still, the upper, the ultimate hand in everything is Krishna. So if our service is pure, then Krishna will arrange everything. So woman influence is usually very subtle and very powerful. In Vedic culture, we have seen woman is not considered weak, and rather woman is the emotional and the spiritual center of the home. These days, women are usually comparing with men. They are saying, okay, they are wearing jeans, I will also wear jeans. They are doing this, I will also do this. They are smoking, I will also smoke. They are drinking, I will also drink. This is my independence, this is woman empowerment. And in the name of woman empowerment, they are just exploited everywhere. So they don't understand, actually, a woman is not made for all these things. A woman body is meant for something else. And the qualities that a woman have and the quality of that men have are entirely different. And therefore, we make a perfect team. We make a perfect team. It's like in a cricket match, if all are batsmen, will the team win? No. And if all are bowlers, will the team win? No. So if the bowler try to imitate batsmen and they don't bowl properly, they just try to imitate batsmen, then what will happen? The team is surely going to fail. Similarly, in a family life also, the men and the women both are a perfect team. Some qualities men have, some qualities women have, and we just have to work on our qualities, right? Even men have to work on their qualities. Women also have to work on their qualities. And if both of them work on their own qualities, and both of them have that service attitude in their mind, what to talk of the family life? The family life will become more pleasurable, more peaceful than even any other ashram. So, woman is always have a very, very important role. That is, she is emotional and she is a spiritual center of the home. If the wife is not very congenial towards bhakti, for men also, it becomes very difficult to move on in the Krishna consciousness. So, Srila Prabhupada explains that a chaste and devoted wife can elevate the consciousness of a husband. So sometimes we met so many women and they say, our husband is not a devotee, what to do? So I always tell them, if you remain chaste, you remain a devoted wife, then certainly you will at least raise that consciousness of your husband one day. It's not that he will not acknowledge, they are not stones, right? So they will surely acknowledge your efforts, your service attitudes. So there are so many evidences in our scriptures also. Let's take some few examples, like Sita Devi. So Sita in Ramayana, she didn't, when Ram was sent to exile, she followed Lord Ram with bare feet to the forest. She was a small girl, small, young, newly wedded girl. So in these days, if somebody say that, okay, you're a newly wedded, very small girl, right? Maybe in her 18s or 19s, maybe even smaller. I don't remember what Sita's age was when she went to exile. So at that small, tender age, she just followed her husband, served him in all conditions, and won his heart completely, not by arguments, but by her devotion and sacrifice. Similarly, we can take the example of Draupadi. Draupadi served Pandavas with all her chastity, maintained dignity in extreme adversities of her life. Her devotion was so much that she got direct protection from Krishna. So even in that circumstance where her husband could not help her, who helped her? Krishna Swayam. Krishna himself directly helped her, save her dignity. This is how Krishna works. We take the example of Rukmini Devi. Rukmini Devi won the heart of Krishna through her humility and surrender. She expressed her heart through her service and prayer, and she wrote a letter, and Krishna came to pick her, fighting against all odds, although Krishna was in a battle, but he just left battle and came to Rukmini to save her being married from Shishupal. So, that humility, that surrender, that prayer that she has written, that attracted Krishna. If we see the example of Anusuya, through her chastity, through her service towards her husband, she could even please the three Murtis, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. She could make them as child, and she could serve them like mother. So that is the power of a woman. A powerful woman woman does not show her power by just arguments and throwing tantrums and just putting demands and rights. This is not there in any this none of them is there in the spiritual world. Look at Lakshmi Devi, who is the goddess of all opulences. We always pray to Lakshmi Devi, oh Lakshmi Devi, give us some opulence. And that Devi of opulence, even one just sight of Lakshmi Devi, is given to on any of being on earth, he'll directly become Ambani. So that Lakshmi Devi is always serving her husband Vishnu by serving his lotus feet. So she never complains that you're always sleeping, you're not taking my care, you're not fulfilling my demands, you're not keeping me this and that, and you don't do this and that. She never complains. She just serves. And thus, she is the most pleasing wife of Lord Vishnu. So, if we look at the world right now, the whole social media is full of a lot of plays and a lot of skits of how women can argue when she is not allowed to work out, or when she's coming from office very tired and the husband should also serve him. It's not bad. I'm not saying that the husband should not work at home. It's the family, and the entire family should work together in all circumstance. But I'm just pointing out the attitude. The attitude must be of service. If the entire home have a attitude of service, the wife has an attitude of service, husband have an attitude of service, the children also have the attitude of service, then Krishna is definitely pleased. So Krishna always see the intention. He see, what do you want? Do you really want to become do you have that servitude in yourself, or you just want to be served? You just want, okay, I'm sitting here and you do this and you do that. No, if you really have that service attitude, this is what it matters. So nowadays, when the world promotes, the whole social media, the use of all media, all newspaper, everything covers independence, but they don't cover responsibility. They always highlight rights, but they do not highlight duties. They always highlight expressions, but they do not tell us about purification. So, in this world, when you're not purified from inside, you do not have that feeling of duty, that responsibility that one have. The same thing applies to men also. Same thing applies to them also. It's not that, okay, maybe Prabhuji's from this class may tell, okay, wife, you come here and look, Mataji is giving a lecture. No, both are equally responsible. Both have different type of qualities in them. And you just have to explore your quality and develop that service attitude. So developing service attitude means development of Krishna consciousness. If we do not develop Krishna consciousness, if we do not develop service attitude, that I'm doubtful whether we are really having that Krishna consciousness in our mind, like we are already developing it or not. Because with every mantra, what do we want? Oh Krishna, give us service. Oh Krishna, give us service. Right? But when it comes to our family life, we just say, we don't want to serve you. We don't want, because even every being is Krishna's child only. right? Every being, maybe your children, maybe your wife, maybe your parents, maybe anybody, they are the Krishna's children who are given to you as a responsibility to be served by you. But we don't understand this. What we do is we just look at all this strong worded world, which is always talking about rights of a woman. I'm not saying the woman does not have rights, but it must come with the duty. Men does not have right. No, men also have right, but it comes with duty. So Vedic wisdom, our scriptures teaches a perfect balance to us. And one more thing, service is not slavery. Sometimes when we tell ladies to, okay, you must serve your husband, so they say, are we slaves? Are we made? So here in the purport, Srila Prabhupada has said that all that 16,108 queens of Krishna served him like maid servants. So what's the problem in becoming maid? When it is lovable to Krishna, then you can become anything. When Krishna is happy with it, what is the problem to us? So the misconception is that if we serve, then we will lose our identity. This is the words that these days everybody speaks of, that you may lose your identity if you are just serving. You don't have your identity, and so this is identity crisis. While for me, in my understanding, service is the highest expression of strength. Service is the highest expression of strength. Even in the bhakti also, if we serve Krishna, we feel greatest freedom. You can see these words, you can feel it. If you have that serving attitude, you always feel more powerful. But if you don't have that attitude of serving, then we do not have that power, that we are hollow. We may speak so much, but if we don't have that service attitude, we are hollow from inside. But service brings strength. So the strength to rise in spiritual life, the strength to bind a family, the strength to please husband, the strength to please wife, the strength to rear children, to give sanskar to children. This all comes with service attitude. If we develop that service attitude, we'll feel the same service attitude is also being gained by children. They will also come and help you because they have seen their mother helping, their mother serving at all situations, in all conditions. So sometimes, there are so many issues that come around, which talk about can't women do this, can't women do that. I always see, we can serve in all positions, maybe the highest position, maybe the lowest. And there is in service, in Krishna consciousness, there is no highest position and there is no lowest position. All service are equal. Even if I am cleaning the temple, Krishna will love my service equal to the one who is serving the deities in the altar. So we may think that serving deities in the altar is a very bigger service, it's a very, very glorified service and this and that. No, for Krishna, all service are equal. So the same way, a woman must have that emotional intelligence. What do you mean by emotional intelligence? The emotional intelligence is basically the developing that empathy, understanding others' situation and just not understanding, feeling that other's pain and pleasure in all circumstance. Sometimes if a husband share his heart, then women suddenly becomes very intelligent and say, "Oh, I already told you this, that," and she start telling so many things to her husband. No, this is not the way to react. The way to react is development of that empathy. Obviously, he has used his intelligence, and we all are intelligent. Krishna has given intelligence to every being. Even a small ant is very intelligent in searching the sugar, in searching for food, in even a bee is so intelligent that they are developing the entire honeycomb, and they're making that honey for, and how the colony is made. They're so social. So my point is that that the most important thing a woman should generate in her heart is that empathy, the nurturing ability. Second point, that women should always, the emotional intelligence that women should develop is the nurturing ability. Like our Guru Maharaj too, we were having no qualities at all to serve. We don't know any damn thing in service. Whenever we used to go to temple, we don't know how to behave, how to sit, how to serve. We don't know anything, but with great care, love, and that nurture that they have given through devotees also. Our Guru Maharaj, all of us were nurtured, and somehow now we are able to chant, somehow we are able to serve a little bit. You always seeing, you understanding how mother should be. I always look at my Guru Maharaj, you know, uh, me being mother of 3 children, I always see how should I behave in this situation. I always think, if Maharaj would have been at my place at this situation, how must he have behaved in this situation? So I get to know, oh yes, this is the way a mother should behave. So it's not about men or women. It's about developing that intelligence to serve, you know. So our Guru Maharaj always have that intelligence to serve. That is why we are all here in the movement. Otherwise, Maya is so strong, we would have left everything long back. But because of the love and care and the nurturing ability of our Guru Maharaj, we are all here. So similarly, even a woman of a house, even a mother, even a wife, even a husband, even a son, even a daughter, or anybody must learn the same quality of nurturing abilities, fanning little good we have done. I remember 25 years back when I joined, 26 years back when I joined ISKCON. So whenever I used to do little good, itna sa. So my Guru Maharaj used to pat me, very nice, you've done a very good job. And I was like, oh my God, I was a proud girl. My Guru Maharaj is given, till that time I was not initiated, but still he used to praise and used to give me encouragement and appreciate me. And I was always like flying in the air. Oh, my Guru Maharaj has given this and he told me this. And, even the little service, our mentors used to highlight and praise. And that is why we are all here. All of us are here because we were nurtured by our Guru Maharaj, right? So by Srila Prabhupada, when we read Srila Prabhupada Lilamrit, the type of dedication, the type of love that he has given to devotees all across the world, not looking at the color, not looking at the religion, not looking at how fallen they are. He just loved, he just cared, he just taught, he just make us learn everything that was required for blooming in spiritual life. And we have so good idols before our eyes. Srila Prabhupada, our Guru Maharaj, our senior devotees, they're so caring in this entire scenario of our life. Can't we see our elders? Can't we see our seniors and learn from them? And even if we have met some people doing wrong, why learn that they have done wrong? Understand, at least this wrong I will not do. If somebody is doing wrong, let us learn that we'll not do this error. So a woman in emotional intelligence is also having third aspect, and that is relational intelligence. She knows how to maintain relationship. Even caring for the elders, even caring for children, even caring for husband, even caring for neighbors, even caring for devotees around them, even caring for all the congregation. So a empowered woman have, all these things. And how does this empowerment come from? This empowerment comes from only one thing, that is service attitude. We just don't stop arguing and start serving. I always believe that if you don't find a way, stop putting your head, just start serving. And all these things, emotional intelligence will automatically come in us. So these emotional intelligence criteria are the transformational forces where we can transform hearts. The Chavan Muni was such a irritable, like Durvasa Muni. He was so irritable, but with that service attitude and the emotional intelligence of Sukanya, the heart was completely transformed. She didn't compare, she didn't complain that I'm a young girl, maybe of 18, and you are an old man, maybe of 80 years or 180 years. I don't know his age. Such an old man with such a young, beautiful girl. She would have cried and she would have, shouted and complained. And, if this would have done in this world, so what would have we done? We would have complained, we would have compared, oh, I'll be married to a young man of 2021 if I'm 18 or 19, and why did you marry? So you look at Sukanya, we see from our scriptures so many good examples where by service attitude, even we talk about the case of Kardamuni. Yeah, so the girl was married to Kardamuni, Devhuti, and Devhuti served and served and served. And so when Kardamuni was very happy with her service, so he made a palace, a flying palace for her, which was the best in the three worlds. So she enjoyed 100 years in that flying palace, right? But why? Because she didn't care about herself. She just served her husband. So Srila Prabhupada has always treated women equally. He has empowered. In Hinduism, we don't see women in altar, we don't see a lot of women in even Ram Mandir altar or some big temple altar. We always see men. But Srila Prabhupada has given women equal opportunity to do bhakti. He has never stopped women, oh, you can't do chanting, or you can't do this, or you can't do that. He has given an equal opportunity of doing bhakti. If we start comparing that you can do this, why I can't do this? No, this is not a point. The point is the Krishna should be served. And everything by which we can attain Krishna, Srila Prabhupada has allowed. So Srila Prabhupada has given us equal opportunity in bhakti, and also he has engaged, Srila Prabhupada has engaged us in preaching, in deity worship, in leadership, in book distribution, everywhere. Srila Prabhupada never stopped. Srila Prabhupada never stopped. So real empowerment comes when we real empowerment. What is real empowerment? Women empowerment. Everybody speaks of women empowerment these days. Few days back, I was in Women's Day event, and I was into a ceremony. I was being given some award. So that was a material world ceremony. It's a basically business community, a big business community, where I was given an award. I was telling them, they gave me a mic and you speak some words. And I was just telling them, hey, look, women empowerment is not the real empowerment. The real empowerment is to reconnect with the Lord and help others to do the same. That's the real empowerment. So real empowerment comes when you are having that capabilities of connecting to the Lord. When you have the capability to connect with Krishna and also help your children, help your elders, help your husband, help everybody to be connected to Krishna and to love him and serve him. So, but there is a caution. Caution is that service must be to Krishna conscious principle. It should not be blind submission to adharmic behavior. A wife may say, oh, my husband is eating non-veg, so serving him means I also eat non-veg. No, that's not the real service. The wife should be a source of inspiration. She should not imitate adharma. She should become a source of inspiration for everybody. So it's not that submissive service means that you start doing adharma with the husband. If husband is doing wrong, and so wife also start doing wrong. If husband is drinking wine and wife also start drinking wine because I have to accompany him, so that's not dharma. That's not real empowerment. That's not service. That's not really service. The service is that the wife should become an inspiration. She should develop that quality that everybody is inspired with her behavior. Everybody is happy with her service. And she should not become an imitating, copycat. So she is not a copycat. I'm not saying that being a service means do whatever adharma your husband is telling you to do. No. You should uphold your principles and you should become a source of inspiration. So our Srila Prabhupada mission was to prepare a Krishna conscious family. I think I'm not running out of time. I just wind up with 2-3 more things. So Srila Prabhupada's mission was always to create a Krishna conscious family. Let me check the time left. What is the time left? I hope I'm not running out of time.
Mandyji, you can speak for 5 more minutes, then we can have the question answer round if that's fine with you.
Thank you. I'll just wind up. So Srila Prabhupada always want Krishna conscious families. The husband should cooperate wife in Krishna consciousness. The wife should cooperate husband in Krishna consciousness. And every home should become a mini temple. It's mini temple does not mean that there should be deities in every home. It means that the environment of every home should be to serve each other, to understand that every home where Srila Prabhupada principles are being followed is ISKCON. In my apartment, whenever somebody comes to my home, everybody say, Mataji, your home looks like an ISKCON. It looks as if we are in ISKCON. So, every home should look like that. Everybody's serving Krishna, everybody's serving each other. There is no fights, if there is some problem also comes, then everybody's cooperating to each other, everybody's trying to understand what's the problem and let's find out solution so that the problem can be, we can come out of this problem. So for women devotee, all the women around here, I'm very, very thankful to you that you're all here. And, we should learn that our strength lies in our humility. Service should be done with intelligence. These are three mantras that I'm winding up and giving. That strength lies with our humility, right? It's applicable to all devotees, but still, for a woman who is to handle so many relationship around, so I always say strength always lies in humility. Number two, the service should be done with intelligence. Cannot be done with arguments. It cannot be done with, raising voice or comparing, or it should always be done with intelligence. And the devotion must be done with self-respect. It does not mean that if I'm serving, I can allow anybody in this world to physically abuse me. We must do our devotional with self-respect. So that's very important. So there is a difference between self-respect and arguments. So we should maintain our self-respect and yet maintain our emotional intelligence and spiritual intelligence. And for Grihastha life, for all of us, most of us are in Grihastha life. So for Grihastha life, we must have a joint sadhana session so that we all of us can sit together, chant few rounds together, maybe serve Lord together, so that that relationship, that bonding between us improves. Number two is there must be respectful communication. I served in Gurukul as a principal for 4 years, 5 years. And in Vrindavan, I came across certain very, very painful incidences where I could see some physical assault between husband and wives. And, and the words were also like in temple, the devotees are very, very respectful to each other. But at home, they become disrespectful. So we must have respectful communication among us. We must understand that all of us, even the wives, even the husbands, are devotees. So we must have that respectful communication, and we must all have a Krishna-centered life, which third point is that we must have a Krishna-centered life, which Srila Prabhupada has taught us. Srila Prabhupada has never taught us exploitation. Srila Prabhupada has never taught us disrespect. Srila Prabhupada has never taught us, that, we can cross our limits. No, we must have that, ultimate respect. We talk about Vaishnav culture, and Vaishnav culture is always culture of respect. And so should come in the form of a very, very congenial, spiritually aligned spiritual life. My last line before I ask for the questions and comments is that when service enters a relationship, Krishna enters that relationship. So this is like the conclusion that I made from this verse, that when service enter into a relationship, we find that everything Krishna arrange, Krishna automatically arrange, Krishna becomes, he enters that relationship and he knows how the things can be done. He gives everything, all intelligence. We may not have that emotional intelligence and that I talk about. We may not have that relationship and intelligence that I talked about. But if we have that service attitude, everything will follow. So purity, everything that I talked about in this today's class. So I'm just winding up now. So because I know that it's almost an hour that we spoke of. I have so many things to talk about, but still, I think I should wind up now. And I have so many exalted devotees here. So I would like to invite some comments. If you want to ask some questions, I'll try to answer. And the most important thing is that like you can add on, and there are so many things in the chat also. Yeah, there are so many things in the chat, so I can read them. First of all, I'll invite some hand raises, and so that if you hand raise, then I think our coordinator will allow you to unmute, and then we can ask.
Yes,
Akashika
Hare
Radha
Krishna,
Prabhu?
thank you so much for such a wonderful and beautiful class, Mataji. How you so nicely explained us that real relationships are based on service, and that service should never be mechanical, it should always be attentive, and that service brings love. Love does not demand, love means service, and that's the attitude we have. Attitude is very important because Krishna sees attitude. So the servitude is a very essential point we should have in our heart, and that developing service attitude means developing Krishna consciousness, and that you give it the three mantras, which is the first is strength, eyes, humility. The service should be done with intelligence, and devotion must be done with self-respect. So it was truly a very wonderful session, Mataji. We all, I'm sure, we got a lot from this session, which will from now on will actually have them in our mind and apply in our life. So Mataji, there are the questions in chat box. What I can do is I can read out the question to you, and then you can answer. Is it fine with you?
No, I'll first answer all the hand raises because the written questions are already there. We can read it. So let's talk about the hand raises first.
Okay.
Akarsaka Radhapati Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandvat Pranam.
Krishna.
I am very much grateful to you for such a wonderful session and to Vedavarsity for organizing such lovely sessions. Mataji, I learned a lot from your session of how should we do respect and keep a gratitude and serve very nicely. I have a question, Mataji. In living in this material world, we are a little materially, very much materially contaminated, and when we think that some people around our society, maybe our parents, our family, or relatives, are hindering our devotion service in some way. We want to do something, but we are not able to do due to their hindrances on their. They may have also such things to do, but we may speak in bad way in some cases due to our aggression or material contamination. So how should we avoid that and develop a respectful attitude? Hare Krishna.
Look, I always believe that in devotion, the first errors are done by us. You know, and actually, I know that there are challenges. You know, in my life also, there was a time when in my family, everybody was against me chanting, you know, and so I used to wake up at 2:30 to 4:30 in the night, you know, go in some very hideout place and used to chant for my 16 rounds in night and then come to my bed and sleep as if nothing happened, you know, for years, like 1.5 years or so. Krishna helps. If we are sincere, Krishna helps. So I always feel that maybe errors are done by us and we have to introspect our errors first. Don't look at others' errors. Like, don't look at other faults that they're not allowing me to do spiritual services and this and that. Just contemplate on yourself first. Write down all the points that you are not doing. You can do, but you're not doing, right? So when you are sincere and when you're chanting, you should not have uh, something in your mind or phone. You must not have phone in your hand. You must be very sincerely chanting. Then you will find Krishna will make ways. You know, so don't blame others that look, he is not non-devotee and he's not allowing me to do this and that. If you are sincere, the things will follow. You know, automatically the things will follow. I don't know how and from where, you know, mm, y- the things improved and how I moved on. It's now 26 years that I joined ISKCON, right? So I have seen all ups and downs, but I always believe that if there is some challenge coming in my life, it's coming out of my errors. It's coming out of my weaknesses. This is how I always think. So I don't blame circumstances. I don't blame people around me. I had seen lot and lot of adversities of life, but in all those adversities, just my experiences, I just write down where I went wrong, where did I did errors. So my mentor once in a lecture told me that we should do new error every day. To err is human. We are doing lot and lot of errors, but we should do new errors every day. Means we should not repeat the errors. We should, if I have done error today, okay, I'll improve from tomorrow. I'll not repeat this error again. So I'm not talking about how people will behave and how you can talk to them. And no, I always feel that if you are a sincere devotee, Krishna will help. Krishna will make the ways. Okay? So just be sincere. Reena Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Next,
Reena Mataji, you can unmute.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much, Mataji, for such an enlightening lecture. And Mataji, it really touched my heart and gave me the strength to understand our roles as females in family, in spiritual life, in building relationships, which is so very important. And you highlighted it so nicely, Mataji. Thank you so much. Mataji, just one small doubt. I have my two young daughters who are entering teenage now. So when Mataji, when I serve with humility and keep on extending myself and in all circumstances try to serve. So then they now have started to object to it. Like they consider this service as a slavery, meaning that is a general tendency among.
That's what social
This
media
is
is teaching them, actually.
Yes, yes, Mataji. And that is what is they are learning from their friends, from school, from everywhere. So they now, because I have seen my mother also serving like this, so I have probably taken it from my mom. So, now they are raising their voice that, Mama, why do you have to serve everybody? You should say no. You should not overextend yourself. This is not done. I would have done this in your situation. So they try to find fault in that. So how to convince them, Mataji, that this is Vedic and this is how we grow in bhakti and this is how we become strong and nurture relationship in family and help everybody to progress in Krishna consciousness.
Thank you, Madhu. That's a wonderful question because I know that children really care about us and what they have learned from society at large these days is something which is not as per scriptures, right? So, yes, the children will object, obviously. So, number one, we must train them also. Number one, how I will tell you, we must train them also to be, developing that service attitude by giving them little work to be done. Sometimes we mother do miss out one thing. We do so much of work that we forget to delegate some of the work to our children. And if they're not doing anything, and they see from social media and schools and everywhere around all these type of things, so then they will always object, right? So first, since your girls are now in entering teenaging, that means they're almost 12 or 13, right?
Yes,
So girls get mature a little early, so as per my experience. And me being parenting counselor also, I've seen that these days teenaging starts at 10. It's not now, no more 13. So teenaging attitude starts at 10 now, right? 10, 11, the children are mature enough at 10, 11 to talk about all these things and all these issues. They raise voice on this thing. So number one is give them work so that they understand the pleasure one get in serving. So if you are just serving and they're not given any work, so they don't understand why we should serve, how we should serve. They don't develop that emotional intelligence. So this is one thing. Your mother, you've seen your mother, but your mother must have taught you how to serve. It's not that just only she's serving. She must have called you, oh, Reena, you come and help me in serving. So you must have served others along with your mother. That is how you learned. So number one is give some household codes to your children. It's not about girls, it's about everybody. I'm just not talking about girls should learn and boys should not. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying that every child must be given that opportunity to serve so that they understand the taste of serving. So that taste of serving is not slavery. Taste of serving is also, serving is also delicious. Right? So the satisfaction that we gain out of serving is also good. You just don't tell them, okay, you just clean your own room. And no, that's their own room. You have to tell them, okay, this is the house. This is the house where all of us are living in. So everybody of us have some role towards the household work. So you also help. At least you do your part. Everybody can follow. Okay. So point is, I always feel that error that every mother is doing these days is that we tell our children that, okay, you study, you don't do all these things. I'll do. You just study. You study, study, study. Or we devotees also tell, if you have time, okay, do your rounds. Right. So I always believe that, like, I'm mother of 3 sons. So my 3 sons are like always helping me because I have given them work since they are born. You know, even if like when they could understand something, now they know that अभी मेरे को आरती में बैठ करके करताल बजाना है. This is my duty. When they become they grew, right? Now they are of marriage age. So when they grew, I increased their, work. So even if I don't have any, in the times when I don't have any maid at my home, all 4 of us serve everything, right? Equally distributed, the entire household work equally distributed among all 4 of us. And, we do everything. So point is that we have to teach our children to serve. That's my point. Right? And little bit you can do counseling also. Just don't tell them that, oh, you're a girl, so you must have to do this. No, if you tell this, they will argue and they will just tell you, and this is not this age, and so we are not maid servants, and we are not this, and we are not that. Just tell them the importance of serving, how love develops when you serve.
Next
hope-
question, Samit Mataji can ask.
Yes. Sayukta Shashi Mataji. Prabhu Mataji, I don't know. Sayukta Shashi.
Hello.
Hare Krishna. Please unmute yourself. I think we can shift.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Mataji, thank you for the lovely class. You have given a lot of points about love and service and all that. And also finding the fault in oneself if there's a problem and not to blame others. Personally, I'm from a non-devotee family, Mataji. I'm the only devotee in my family from ISKCON. So personally, when I got married, I saw that work was given more to me by my mother-in-law, and I was not able to do all the work. And at a point of time, I felt sick. And now, as I grew, I'm 45 years old. Now I've got brain stroke, and my left hand is paralyzed. I'm not able to do normal work also. So this service, and love is not there always, Mataji, in Kali Yuga, because the harassment tendency is there, and like it's like sometimes we feel that we have given our health to our family. It's okay. As a woman, we have our duty, but then this if this happens to all the women, then what do women do? So I have fallen sick, Mataji, and now there is nobody who is taking care of me. I have got a brain stroke, and I have taken left hand is paralyzed, and somehow I am also forced to go to work. I'm a IT professional, so in this Kali Yuga, they expect women to do
Manji,
everything.
you are right in this Kali Yuga that
Yeah.
women are now are forced for both the things,
Yeah.
for work also and for household chores also. I do understand this. But my point is, Mataji, look, this is like a very difficult question from and a very difficult situation. I can understand your situation, and I can understand how painful it is for you to handle both the things, even if you're not healthy. So my point is, principles are principles. They do not change, even if it is Satyug or Kalyug. So service brings love is a principle, right? So I have not given this lecture on the perspective of women. I have given this lecture on the perspective of everyone, right? So I gave the example of like men also, that men should serve, how they should serve, and the entire family. And so it's not, yes, it is wrongly expected that women will be handling the entire outside work also, like the office work also, and they are forced to do the entire load and becomes exploitation. So I do understand all these situations. I really empathize with you. But believe me, that these troubles that you have come across will be solved by Krishna. Just pray to Krishna, and Krishna will find out a solution which you have never thought of. You know, in my personal life also, I have seen such a time where I became completely helpless, But Krishna give out of box solutions. We think that this could have happened, this could have happened, my mother-in-law could be like this, my husband could be like this, but Krishna has his own ways of purification. You know, um, and the bad things that is happening to us is not because of Krishna has done this to us or somebody else have this. We must understand that this all have come to us because maybe I have done some error in my previous birth, right? So no problems. I am going to, write off this debit in my bank account of karmas. This loan, whatever I have taken, is now being, paid off. And and Krishna have used these circumstances for purification. And if you would not have been pure, then why could you be attending all these classes? Right? So that this you are attending these classes means you are a nice devotee. You are here for hearing Srimad Bhagavatam and learning from Srimad Bhagavatam. And this learning tendency that has developed inside you is a way of Krishna's purification, is a way of Krishna's blessings. I always see that these type of classes are blessing from Krishna, that we learned so much, right? So don't, you know, I will always say that um, it's very difficult to, understand your situation. I do understand this, but still, in all situations of life, we must be showing that gratitude that, oh Krishna, at least I am breathing. Oh Krishna, I still have life to do my rounds. You know, there was a time when I was on almost at this type of verge that you are in. So I used to write, my mentor told me that write down every night, thank you, Krishna, I'm still breathing, you know. So that type of like period passed in my life also. So I thought, why is he saying like this? Thank you, Krishna. There's nothing in my life right now where I could thank Krishna. Why should I thank Krishna? I have nothing. So he said that you write down, thank you, Krishna, at least I am breathing. Thank you, Krishna, still I am live. Thank you, Krishna, I did my 5 rounds, 10 rounds, 16 rounds today. So thanking Krishna every day is the biggest achievement that one can do. Please do that, and you will find, make a diary today itself. And this is a practical version of my life, that just make a diary every night when you're sleeping. Just put the diary near your bed, and whenever you're sleeping, just write down a thank you note to Krishna for whatever you are having, for the eyes that is working, for the air you're breathing in, for the sound that you're hearing. Please thank Krishna for everything. And you will find Krishna has his own way of defining and finding solutions. That's a practical solution that I have done in my life. Next.
Next, Atulya Kirti Mataji can ask. Mataji, before we move further, there are there are 3-4 hand raised, and then there are questions in the chat box. Do let me know, Mataji, how much time do you have? So
I think
according
I'll
to
be
that, we
sparing
can.
10 more minutes because then I have to go somewhere. So I'll be leaving within
Okay, Mataji.
10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, then we'll just take two more questions and then we can end, Mataji. Okay, Atulya Kirti Mataji can ask, and after that, Hari Leela Mataji's question we can take.
Atulya Kirti Mataji, please unmute yourself.
Thank you, Mataji. Though all the questions have already been answered, nothing is left like that of unanswered. Such a beautiful and amazing class I have ever taken it up, which has always been given the answers for us and being a woman. We have so many queries, and you were giving answers for each and every question which rises when I was going to even settle my daughters there and just finding it as a reward like that. The people are asking, like, this has been given in Shastras, Prabhupada says like this, but you have explained it such a beautifully and can satisfy us that it is never Prabhupada said that whatever you are doing, it is without intelligence, applying your intelligence, just follow everything. So even then, I have this, Mataji, sometime how to maintain it has become very difficult for us. So just give us the some of few points how to maintain empathy in devotional services when we are facing adverse circumstances.
Mataji, our adverse circumstances are because of our karmas.
Yes.
Right? So, as a mother, as a wife, as a relationship, in a relationship, maybe like a daughter-in-law, or maybe like daughter, or maybe like, so that circumstance has nothing to do with that empathetic heart that we should have. Our problems, our adversities do affect us, but we should come out a mother, no matter when after delivery, when she's in pain, and the next day only the next day only, that when the child comes in her hand, maybe in ours, she sits down and give milk to the child, right? So this shows that Krishna has given woman that much strength. Then even if, she has gained a new life just hours back, even then she has gained that capability of holding her child and giving her milk. So this strength is, what empathy are we talking? Every woman has done this. So woman knows how to handle her adversities, and then also she can develop that empathy, right? So I think every woman I believe that every woman has two hearts, right? So one for the entire world, where she can give and distribute love and emotions, and one for herself, where she can handle her own adversities at all the moments. So just believe in yourself. Just believe in yourself. You have already done this, so there is no need to ask me, right?
Next question, Deepak Prabhuji, please ask your question.
Harila Mataji was asking, I was longing to hear her question actually.
Yes, Mataji, actually she said to me personally that Mataji let the Prabhuji ask the question.
Deepak Ale Prabhu, please, sorry. I'm very sorry.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanavad Pranam.
Yes, Prabhu.
So Mataji, my question was, how important is it for a person to do Garbhadan Samskar before having a child? And suppose if a woman get pregnant, then how, if she doesn't does the Garbhadan Samskar, then how can a mother give a consciousness to her child? Is
Right.
it possible, or is it better to do Garbhadan Samskar before, or is it better to give the consciousness after giving birth to a child?
Okay. So, Prabhu, Garbhadan Sanskar, especially Prabhupada, is very, very important for every woman before she conceive a child. So that's very important. So we should do. But if it is not done, this sanskaras has not been done earlier, then also there are certain circumstances where the sanskaras can be done, even if she is pregnant. So what you can do is you can talk to some of the, there are so many pujaris now in ISKCON who are doing these sanskaras very nicely. I know few of them, like Raghunath Prabhu in Vrindavan, he does. Or and there are so many devotees. There's so many devotees around all around the globe. So who have taken up this responsibility of doing sanskaras, so that we as Grihastha can be empowered with that devotee children and that consciousness development in the child. So please contact them. They will help you out, and they will tell how this can be done. Right ways before that, but still, I have seen certain cases where they have done even during pregnancy also. So please contact them. They will be helping you out.
Okay, Mataji, this ends
I would like
this was the
to
last.
ask Harila Mataji also, because she was waiting for a long time. Harila Mataji, are
Yes,
you
yes,
here?
Mataji.
Harila Mataji, Hare Krishna, are you here? It would be very offensive from my side that if I please unmute
No,
yourself.
no, Mataji. Thank you so much. It was such a wonderful class. I mean, this is the third time I'm listening to you, and it is just so powerful. First of all, thank you so much for coming on the most elevated speaker list. And it's my great fortune to hear from you. And I really need to hear this advice because I mean, I've come from an independent background mentality, because I've been earning. So to be submissive and to be humbly serving my husband is a big challenge. So it took me like at least 6 7 years to actually get this understanding, and this shloka and your explanation and such so much practical advice has really helped me. I have just one small query. Sometimes we hear certain instructions from our guru. So my instruction from my guru was to serve Pati Guru. So because he's Pati Guru. So it took me a while to understand. So my question is, what if, because there are, a couple of women in my association, and not everybody is having a devotee husband. So in those instances, I mean, he's supportive of the, my friends practicing Krishna consciousness. But what if the husband is not, himself steady in Krishna consciousness? So should she still serve the Pati Guru in that way, or should she, like you mentioned about, not engaging in adharmic activities while serving the husband who is doing adharmic activities like meat eating or whatever? So in this case, what should the wife do?
Mataji, this is a very important question. First of all, lot of congratulations for your Brahmin initiation. I was really happy that you got Brahmin initiation. And Mataji, as far as the woman who doesn't have a devotee husband, I will say that you should become an idol. Spiritual leader is the person who is more powerful in devotion, right? So if you are better devotee than your husband, so that's a good sign. I don't feel that in that case also Pati Guru is not. He's always respectable for a woman because he's giving shelter. He's giving that we these days women do have an independent idea of like why should I stay in the shelter? I'm not living in any shelter. But actually we are in shelter. We are in shelter. So he is giving us shelter. He is giving that the protection to us. So women should always be respectful for husband, even if he's a non-devotee. Even he's doing adharmic karma, but then also she should be respectful. So she should not lose respect, even if he's a non-devotee. Number one. Number two, I just said that, as you repeated, that she should not participate in the adharmic karma, but she should become an inspiration. Her attitude of serving, her love, and I've seen so many women around me that their husbands were not at all devotee earlier. They were not at all connected to ISKCON, and they were not at all in doing anything, and they were doing dharmic activities also. But slowly, looking her dedication, and they could find that okay, even if she's a devotee, she's not leaving any household work. She's still caring for the children. She's still caring for the parents. She's still giving me complete respect, and that. So that ideal woman. Oh, you have to come out with that ideal woman image. You have to work on yourself. So it's not just leaving, oh, he's a dharmic person and why should I care for him? And let me live my own life. This is not a way of how scriptures, even if Mandodari had Ravan as his husband, who has stolen Sita. He is always doing something or the other, bomb blasting nuisance every time. But still, Mandodari was a chaste wife, and she served her husband till last moment. Right? So like our scriptures has given us all examples. You talk about Mandodari has never participated in adharmic activities of Ravan, right? She has always advised Ravan, being a chaste wife, very humbly and very politely. She has always spoken to him and advised that, look, you should return Sita, right? So she has given advice, although Ravan didn't follow it, but she didn't left him. She didn't said, okay, you go to hell and I'm going to, you know. So I think uh, there are so many, and because of her chastity and humility that Mandodari had, Ravan always respected Mandodari, you know. He never disrespected. He was cruel, he was having all the bad things in him, but because of her chastity and humility, you know, because of her servitude, Ravan had a soft heart for Mandodari. You know, this is how, like, we also should learn. Hare Krishna.
Thank
So
you so
thank you
much,
so much.
Mataji, for
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me opportunity to serve at this
Yes,
platform.
yeah, thank you so much, Mataji. I think by popular demand, you are going to be asked to again give a more extended version of this session. So my team is going to get in touch with you. I really want to, pay my obeisances to you for giving such a enlightening and enlivening class, because this is a very sensitive and a very important topic for women today. And most of us who are coming into bhakti and who are remaining as servitors to the male counterpart are going through a lot of challenges, and because of which a lot of separation and divorce cases are increasing. So this is a very important and a crucial topic for grastas. And I would like to request all the devotees to please uh, fold your hands and say a thank you so much to Mataji.
Uh,
And we really pray that
I'll
you.
request one thing. I'll request one thing. So
Yes,
all
Mataji.
those devotees who have taken the class today, please write down some learning on whatever group you are in. Please write down some learning that you did today, maybe one point, so that others can read and just, understand. So those who have missed
Wonderful.
the class, or they can revise the class. So please write
Yeah.
down 1 or 2 points on whatever group you are in. I don't know you have a group or not, maybe on WhatsApp or maybe somewhere. Please write down something so that, like, everybody can participate and everybody can share their learnings.
Yes, that's a very nice thing. And we invite devotees to all to share videos. So we will open up the panel a little bit later. Your coordinator, Arushi Mataji, will get in touch with you for that. So thank you so much, Mataji. And Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hari
Krishna.
Bol.
Thanks for
Dhaन्यवाद
giving me
प्रणाम।
opportunity. Hare Krishna.